So you're going to get 2 of them, which is wonderful because one is $26 at retail. You're paying $24.98, so you're actually going to get $1 back and then get another one for free. Instead of paying $52, you're getting $24.98. 2 for $24.98. 6 and change on Easy Pay. You just won for Best Brow. And this has won since 2011 for Best Brow at QVC. And the Brow Power Full does I like because it's got a wider, as you can see, that triangle, but the application, I feel like this is how you get your fastest, most realistic brow.
Right.
Because of the surface area and because you can create the look of real brow hairs with this tip.
So it's one universal shade that adheres to skin. It looks like real hair. It covers gray. And you may recognize it in the original pencil, which is a little bit smaller and in a different design for delivery. But what you were saying is this triangular tip allows you to cover more surface. So when we called it Brow Power Full, the design of the way you apply it was really meant to give you fuller looking brows faster. So if you want your brows to look fuller, maybe you have sparse brows or you're missing brow hairs, or you have a scar through your brow, but you just want to take your brow pencil and instead of drawing in the little hairs, you just want one step. Then this would be for you. You take the tip, having it on its side, and you just go over here to where you would want it to arch, flip it to its side, come down. Then you use the little pointy end. That's where you can draw in the look of the little hairs.
How great is that?
But it's so much faster than any of our other brow pencils because of the size. So that's why we call it Brow Power Full. You get fuller looking brows, more natural looking brows, and it's one shade that will match every single hair color based on how soft or how hard you press.
I love universal taupe, and obviously Des and I have 2 totally different hair colors and skin tones and everything like that. So I do think sometimes it's nice to not have a ton of complicated options.
It is. I
Universal
appreciate
taupe
that.
will work for you. You just bear down harder and apply more for a deeper brow. We are very busy. We have fewer than 4,700 total. And we have it in stock right now on a sale price that brings you home a second one for free because one of these is $26. You're getting 2 for $24.98, which is awesome.
So good.
You just created those brows in a second. We're going to watch. Actually, Luann's putting it on right now. So she's done one brow and one is not done.
Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the right side of your screen. Luann has Brow Power Full on the right side. See how that eye looks more lifted?
Yeah.
The whole side of her face looks more lifted. Her eye looks more wide open.
Yeah.
All she did was add brow power, so she's going to do it live for you.
She's using the little spoolie to kind of get her hairs in order.
Yes. Yes, so here we go. We'll get started. We'll use the thicker edge of that tip. She's just pressing with a medium pressure right there onto bare skin, and it's adhering to skin. So after about 30 seconds, it's going to be set and dried down. And then you can just start to fill in that area. And you can see where it's starting to give the illusion that there's brow hairs where we know there were none before.
Yeah.
And we could lose our brows for a million reasons, but when you're not doing your brows or you're doing them with a product that's just okay or it's not the right color, it can actually have a reverse effect and make us look older.
Yeah.
When you use something that looks natural, that is giving you that soft, polished finish, it actually just gives the overall look of more like a more youthful look, a more polished look.
Look how gorgeous and not harsh. Like
So
it just
nice.
Totally gorgeous.
And she did it live.
Full. Yeah, she did it live. And I think that's what's so impressive is she's able to create that look of a very full brow that looks very natural. I mean,
So
you would think that's so impossible, right? Like maybe a thinner brow we could make look realistic with some products, but a full brow, this is the magic and why since 2011, IT Cosmetics has won Best Brow at QVC. And by the way, this is waterproof, so all the weather and the crying and the sweating and all that, hot flashes and who cares. But we are very busy. You're getting 2 for less than the cost of 1. We have 4,100. QVC.com and mobile apps is the best way to go. Everyone's going to get universal taupe, and that will work for everyone. So
every hair color.
Keep one, gift one. They come in there 2 separate boxes for you. But I would keep it and get a set for you. Maybe get a set to gift.
Oh, definitely. Because even if you don't know what brand of makeup someone wears, but you know that they wear makeup, they're doing their brows, so this is the perfect gift to give to someone. And also, maybe you've never done your brows.
Yeah.
this
Oh, your whole world is about to
it's going
open
to
up.
completely change, because this is how you completely elevate your whole look overall, because you know, symmetry is what equates to beauty in the human eye, and the only feature on your face, and it doesn't matter what face shape you were blessed to be born with, the only feature on your face that gives you your unique frame of symmetry are your eyebrows. So if you have one that's higher than the other, or you know, maybe you know, you overwaxed one and it stopped growing back, or you have one that's really thin, or maybe you want to add an arch and get the illusion of a lift, your brows, you can easily do that no matter what your brow problem is when you're using brow power, because it's so easy. It's, I think, why it wins Customer Choice Award year after year after year, 12 years in a row, is because it's easy to use and it always looks natural. Because if it looked like it was painted on, or it was always the wrong color, or it was hard to use, no one would use it.
Yeah. With 3,800 left, we just saw your before and after. I love your tips on filling in brows, because you're so good at it. So do you have like tips or tricks for people who are watching as we watch?
So the first thing I would
models?
suggest is, if you have brows similar to Ellen's, where you have brows but they're sparse, they're almost kind of see-through, start by just following the natural shape of your brows. You can actually see Ellen had a little scar through her brow, and when you're done, use the spoolie to comb through it. That's how it softens it.
Okay.
You know, but here's the thing: if you have brows like me and Suzanne, you're about to see Suzanne's before and after. Her brows are very thin in the before, similar to mine. So her brows in the after look very full and voluminous. You can see how the brow...
It looks like real hair.
Right, and you can see how the brow on the right in the before is a little bit lower than the brow on the left.
Okay.
But what she was able to do was kind of fudge it and give the illusion that they're more
even,
symmetrical and even.
Cool.
So if you can relate to any of these issues, you know, you can decide. You know, and if you kind of do a little too much, just use the brush to comb through it. That brush is so functional and important.
And you know what? Like, if you have girlfriends, daughters, granddaughters, nieces, do your brows, and like, if you have not done them in a while, get their opinion first after you fill them in before, because I've seen so many. One of the things I've noticed from social media is people following that ratio, which I would love to show. And Alicia, your brows look amazing. But you can can we come back here really quick, because I want you to show everybody the ratio thing, because you can use your pencil to do this.
Oh,
so where they should start is here. The middle, you use your nose as a guide, so they should start here.
Yep.
The middle where your arch should be there, and then you go to the outside of your nose to get the end point.
Yep.
Follow that and use this, and then, you know, I've noticed people doing that on social media, and they're always like, I think it looks weird, and everyone in the comments is like, it looks amazing.
It
you know
does.
what I mean?
Once you do it, it does. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the way that like hair recedes on your head, my eyebrows in the inner corners have receded. So I always have to draw in more.
Only one of mine, not the other one.